Hi guys, so this is a full process video on how to draft this overbust corset top that I posted a few weeks ago. So I got so many requests to post a full process video on how to draft the top, especially the sleeve area. So please, if you're interested in getting to know how I got the sleeve pattern, please watch this video till the end. It will be very helpful for you. And please, secondly, ignore any error you see during the process of recording this video, because this is my first time recording a full professional pattern drafting video based on request. So please just bear with me. So I went ahead to get my basic bodies. I got my shoulder line. From my shoulder line I got my bust line, I got my under bust, my waistline, and my full length, which is the full length of the paper. So I have gone ahead to measure my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5, and I had to slant my shoulder by 1 inch. So you saw me doing that. So from the part where I slanted my shoulder 1 inch, I had to go ahead to get my armhole line. And for this particular top, so I don't use the normal way of measuring my armhole line or just coming up by 2 inches from my chest line to get my armhole. So what did I do? I divided my bust into 6 and I added 1.5 inches to it. So you divide your bust into 6, and whatever you get, you add 1.5 inches into it. So you see me dividing the bust. So I place it from the part where I slanted my shoulder, and whatever I got there, I had to put it there. Then you have to connect it to make sure that you're having a straight armhole line with your shoulder measurement. So you see me connecting it with my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. Then after connecting it, you connect the lines with your ruler, and that serves as your armhole line as well as your chest line. So after connecting that, you would have to measure your basic neckline in order to slant your shoulder. This is just the basics. It's not like to be using it because the top doesn't have a mesh, but if your own top is going to have a yoke, so you can go ahead and do everything that is needed on the yoke part. So after doing that, you're going to divide your armhole into 2, which is normal. Like, you know this part already, just follow up with it. Divide your armhole into 2, and at the midpoint of your armhole you go in by 1/2 inch. Then the next thing you have to do is to connect your armhole, and in order to connect your armhole, you're going to be measuring your bust measurement divided by 4. You know this already. Measure your bust measurement and add it there. Then you can go ahead and connect your armhole. So you see me doing that. Make sure you connect your armhole properly. So after connecting your armhole, the next thing we did was to get our bust span measurements, or your nipple to nipple measurement, or your dart position, anyone you call it. So, and the nipple to nipple measurement, or the dart position that we used for this dress, is 8 divided by 2. Sorry, this is me just labeling the lines because I forgot to label it earlier, but you understand what I'm doing. So the nipple to nipple measurement I use is 8 divided by 2 will give us 4. So I marked 4 all the way down and connected them with a straight line. Then after connecting them with a straight line, I now had to determine my next is to determine your over bust line. So from the bust line we measure 3.5 inches above, and that served as our over bust line. So you can decide to measure as much as 4 inches to 4.5, especially if you're working with someone that has a bigger bust. So after measuring that, you have to label it your over bust is not a must, you already know that. Then you mark your dart position, which is your nipple to nipple, and reconnect it to the line you already have. When you have gotten that, the next is to tighten your under bust and your over bust area. And for this tutorial, we used 1.5 inches to tighten our under bust. So divide into 2 and mark 0.7 on each side and take it down to the full length. Then I used the same 1.5 to tighten my over bust because I wanted it to relax very well on my body. So if you don't want your top to relax on your body, you can actually leave it without tightening the over bust. But for this tutorial, we tightened it with the same measurement we used to tighten the under bust. So after marking the points, go ahead and connect with your ruler. After connecting your lines, the next thing is to input your body measurement. So divide your bust into 4 and add what you have. I don't normally put my under bust measurement anytime I'm working on a corset dress. So I just go ahead to put my waist measurement and add back the darts that I removed. So I equally put my hip measurement on the full length and add back the darts that I removed. So after doing that, you go ahead and connect the lines together perfectly, so just as you see me doing. Next is to connect your armhole darts, and in order to get your armhole dart, determine the difference between your front bodies and your back bodies. And for this tutorial, the difference between our front bodies and back bodies is 2 inches. So I connected it to my bust point, just as you see me doing. Then after marking that, we went ahead to determine the depth of the neckline we want to use. And we used a very deep canoe V or whatever V you call it. If you don't want your breast to be exposed, you can come up by 1 inch or 1.5 or as much as 2 inches, depending on what you want or what your client wants. Then you connect it from your bust, from your dart position line to wherever you want it to be. So to the main reason of this tutorial, which is the sleeve pattern, from the midpoint of your armhole, you're going to measure 7 inches and place your tape the way you see me placed it on this video. It's going to be in a slopey form. You don't place it straight. So mark where the 7 inches is, and from the point where you mark 7 inches, you determine the wideness of the sleeve, and we use 2 inches for the wideness of this sleeve. You can decide to use more than 2 inches, as much as 4 inches, depending on how wide you want your sleeve to be. You can actually increase the length from 7 to as much as 9, depending on how exaggerated you want your sleeve to be. So anyone you decide, make sure you mark it and you place your tape in a slopey form. Then connect it back to that position of the side bust, and then slant the wideness of the sleeve down to where you measured it, and just use your curved roller and connect it back to join the armhole line. Connect it very well. After connecting it, make sure that you notch that point where your armhole and your connection meets, because it's going to take effect while you're making the dress on the machine. So to the main reason why you folded your paper into 2, because you have to retrace everything you have on the other side to this side. So you must use a tracing wheel if you have a tracing wheel. But for this tutorial, there was no tracing wheel available, so we just have to make use of what we have available. So make sure that you trace everything you have in the front of your pattern paper to this side, because you're going to create a full body pattern in order to get exactly what you're looking for. And the main reason is because the down part of this top, they are not the same. It has asymmetric shape towards the down parts. Assuming the shapes are the same, there won't be need for you to retrace this on the other side of the paper. So just go ahead, use your tracing wheel in the front and just mark everything just the way you see me doing it. So after marking the entire thing, then go ahead and open your pattern paper and you have a full dress there. Now you have to determine the asymmetric designs of the blouse. So whatever you measure on the right side of the dart, make sure that you have the same measurement on the left side of the dart. And we came up by 4 inches. Sorry, we came up by 3 inches and connected the 3 inches. Just create any shape you want at the down part. It must not be the same with my own. Play around with the shape you want on the down part. But this was the shape we created. One side of the top is longer than the other side of the top. But whatever you're making, make sure that the measurement you have on the right side of the dart should be the same thing you have on the left side of the dart, so that when you're connecting it will be equal. So just make sure to that. So we measure the shape we want in the front part, and then on the other side, which is the shorter part of the asymmetric design, we came up with 4 inches, then connected it to this down part, the center part. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but just pay close attention. You're going to understand everything that I did here. So on this side, we are equally going to measure that same 4 inches, so that when we are joining, we're not going to have a shorter part and a longer part. Then to the other side, which is the left side of the front, that is shorter than the other right side. Oh God, please just bear with me. I'm sure you're understanding what I'm saying. If you don't understand it, please play back. You will get every point. One side is longer than the other side. So this is what we are trying to achieve here. And we have just finished it. So we go ahead and cut. Even at some point, my paper was even tearing. Oh my God. So cut. And then after cutting, this is what we have. So I forgot that I didn't lap up my armhole dart. So this is me trying to correct it on this side, because I already cut the other side. So I had to pause to correct it on this side so that you understand it perfectly. Forgive me for omitting that part. So you're going to slash open your armhole dart line and cover it up using your masking tape. This is going to give your bust a standing effect. So by the time you cover it up, you'll notice that your lines shifted by that side, and you are supposed to correct it before cutting out straight. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but if you've been following this process before, you will definitely understand where the mistake I made came from. So I had to cover the line as lashed after I matched it up with my masking tape, and I'm going to go ahead to use my ruler to reshape the line that shifted, just as you see me doing. Sorry for that mix-up. I was supposed to have done this before now. So make sure that you reshape this line, and you have to do this same thing on the other part of the front design, of the front pattern that I've already cut. So don't make the same mistake, please. Then go ahead and cut the remaining one. Please don't forget to label your patterns so that you don't make mistake when you're joining them. And when you're tracing it on your fabric, make sure to add half inches all around. So this is me correcting the other side, but the paper already shifted, so you know the right thing to do. So went ahead and joined it, and voila, this is what we have. This is what we have. Please, if you didn't get any part of this process, feel free to play the video back so that you get every point that you may have missed.